All the thoughts with Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Remember guys to like, share, comment and follow. Today is the 12th of September at 2023. So guys, we keep on following developments agatika nezuro which was the 11th of September. President Edi Mnangagwa wakaannounce cabinet yawo yema ministers wachange vashanda nawo for the next 5 years until 2028. And so Zimbabwean Journalist Hopewell has compared the cabinets of Zimbabwe and China, highlighting the differences in qualifications and numbers. He noted that despite China's larger population and higher GDP, it has only 21 ministries, of course, while Zimbabwe, with a smaller population and GDP, has over 26 ministries. Hopewell criticized the lack of expertise in Zimbabwe's cabinet and its negative impact on the country's economy. He pointed with China's cabinet, where many members hold advanced degrees and have a track record of professional success. Hopewell emphasized the need for political discipline and national interest as demonstrated by China to drive progress and combat corruption. Posting on Twitter, Hopewell, which is now formerly X, Hopewell said China is a nation of 1.5 billion people with a GDP of 20 trillion US dollar. It has 21 ministries, yet it is the second biggest economy in the world. Zimbabwe is a nation of only 15 million people with a per GDP of only 20 billion US dollar, yet it has more than 26 government ministries with deputy ministers. Yes, it is one of the worst economies in the world with the highest global inflation. It even has a control Ministry of Truth, dubbed the Ministry of Information and Publicity. Do you now understand why we are a joke and a laughing stock to the world? Whilst President Mnangagwa has appointed a cabinet of family, friends and actresses, 4 out of the 7 members of China's Politburo Standing Committee hold degrees in social science and humanities. The majority of the Chinese Central Committee members are trained in law, economics and social science. Within the Chinese Central Committee, 45 members have a PhD degrees. Out of these 45, 3 members of the Chinese Politburo and 2 members of the Politburo Standing Committee have a doctoral degree. Chinese President Xi Jinping is one of the Politburo Standing Committee members who holds a PhD. The other one is a Premier Li Keqiang. China's top 2 leaders have doctoral degrees and have a professional track record. Then Africans wonder why the continent is a joke to the outside world and why we don't progress while others outdo us on every development index. Imagine that the people who were appointed today by President Mnangagwa are essentially the best foot forward for him. For China, it is not just about education, it is about political discipline and national interest. That is why they execute corrupt political elites. In Zimbabwe, we would be left with no government at all if you apply the same Chinese standard on corruption. I dinner with 2 Chinese diplomats in 2012 after Ibo Mandaza asked me to drive him to the dinner meeting at the Great Watch Chinese restaurant in Belgrade and Harare. These diplomats asked us why Zimbabwe sends useless people for trade negotiations and why our government officials don't take notes. They asked if we can't see that there is a difference between national interest and personal interest. I felt so humiliated when they started talking about the number of poor citizens that China lifted out of poverty every year. In Zimbabwe, we can only talk about the number of citizens that ZANU-PF has impoverished annually. We don't even have a working radiotherapy cancer treatment machine in the whole country. The biggest hospital only has 1 working maternity theater. We have a ministerial cabinet that can think beyond its nose and that has no gravitas or world view at all, and you still wonder why Zimbabwe is the sick man of the Southern African region. We used to be the second most sophisticated economy in Africa after independence. Hopewell added that he is a member of the Tutu Fellowship African Leadership Institute, where they have ministers and ambassadors from various African countries who are highly competent individuals. He highlighted the example of an ICT minister in Nigeria who had a background as an entrepreneur and associated with influential figures like Bill Gates. and Mark Zuckerberg. In contrast, he criticized the appointment of Tatenda Mavetera MP, a former actress, as Zimbabwe's ICT minister, questioning her ability to engage with figures like Gates and Zuckerberg. Hopewell urged against exaggerating the level of education in the countries, emphasizing that having educated individuals does not necessarily translate into an educated nation. He expressed concern about the lack of vision among leaders, focusing on corruption, repression, and the misuse of resources. He concluded that Zimbabwe is doomed. This is what Hopewell wrote on Twitter. Yes, I went again on his Facebook account. He said, "I need a very strong drink after going through Mnangagwa'S cabinet. Robert Mugabe must be laughing hard at us. The joke is really on us citizens, and the world is laughing hysterically at us. I've never taken so many calls from people in disbelief after a cabinet announcement. Even the president's ardent supporters are in shock." And this is what the man is talking about, the cabinet, like Ataura Nezuru, President E.D. Mnangagwa. So guys, I'm just gonna say, in the comment section, this is all the thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. In the comment sections, people are commenting. People are really commenting about this. Some people are in shock. Some people are saying, "You know what? Let's give them time." Yeah, someone saying, "What now from here? As far as I can see, no one will save us except ourselves. If we wait for the next 5 years, these youth who were motivated to vote for change and did so, their confidence has been crushed. Forget about their vote next. They won't vote because they understand it will account to nothing. We need a foolproof way forward. This time to unite the nation and find a solution within. But what I know, we can't live like this. Zimbabweans are suffering. We vote for clowns and expect development. Instead of begging for loans from China, we should be asking notes on how they are developing their country and people. But these ministers go there for shopping and offshore accounts." And so guys, that's the latest here. This is all the thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller TV. Ashicharungoti zvakadhakwa and mwari kuti nachema hangu and mwari kuti they are running Zimbabwe like a tuck shop and mwari kuti it's not a joke. People must stand up and say enough is enough to the military and comedians regime like this one under Emerson. Otherwise, we will continue to suffer to the next generation. As for me, I started to doubt about the so-called second public government who appointed health minister who don't know even to pronounce paracetamol and healthy to be our health minister, Mr. Pumura Govea. That's where these guys start to disrespect us. And I remember Chiwenga Wakazuta, Minister of Health, at the same time being Vice President. Who can forget how the man handled Zima nurses, Zima doctors, Aita strike, and is during the COVID time, even after COVID. And so guys, this is all the thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller TV. Many people are not happy about the new cabinet announced on President E.D. Mnangagwa yesterday, and it's full of surprises, new faces, and also 45% of the ministers angwaripo per cabinet here last time vadzoka zvakare, but some of them have been shifted from one ministry to another ministry, and they've seen his son being the deputy finance minister, and also his nephew who is also the minister of tourism. And at the same time, we've seen this minister again of ICT. She's a former actress. She's now also the ICT minister. We've seen Kuti Chrissy Coventry, maybe but she will also be part of the cabinet for the next 5 years. And you know what, Mr. President, very, very wise, very competent, but why are you giving us same old people? So this is quite shocking for some, and some people are saying, you know what, apparently time by expect more from President E.D. Mnangagwa. But anyway, time is gonna tell. Let's give those people time and also chance to prove themselves. And so guys, this is our audio thoughts of Prince on Prince Mnangagwa TV. I did tell in the comment section. Hope you are saying, you know what, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Robert Mugabe arikuseka ari mugova, the men are kumburuka nokuseka because of this kind of way Mnangagwa is running the country. Audio thoughts with Prince on Prince Mnangagwa TV. Bless up.